this year we learned about ands, ors, and nots so far, and we took all those different gates, which are like input logics, where you put like a 1 in and you could get a 0 out, or certain different things. And we took all of those and we took just 3 switches, and we were able to actually show our birthday using all these different logic gates. And like you follow it through the NOT gates where we invert the currents. So if you had a high in here, it would have a low or no voltage. And then it would go through here and it would add all the different currents together and or multiply them actually. So like if you had a 0 going in one going in the other, it would multiply and come out as a 0. And then you'd go through here to the AND gate or the OR gates, and it would actually add them together. So as long as there was a 1 going into it, it would actually spit out a 1 value. And then from that we were able to hook it up to a light, which is just a 7-second display that you have like on your microwave. And for each input, like where we have this switch 0, this switch 0, this switch 0, it would just like be a number. Like my birthday was May 27th of 97, so it would be like 0, 0, I don't know my birthday. Yeah, 05 27 97 would show up between all the 8 different states that you could put in the circuit. And then later we learned how to actually compress the circuits, and as you can see, it's way smaller than this circuit, which really rocked when you were building your circuit, because it really would have been disastrous to try to put all those together and still like follow it. If you made any errors, we'd have to debug it. And like, if you want to talk about the debugging.
Yeah, throughout the year our circuits get harder and harder, which means this compression, where we go from all of this to this, which still looks like a lot, but when you're building it, it's actually a lot less. Compression is really important, and one thing that we've done is we have to do what we call troubleshooting, which is where when something doesn't work, we have to go back through every single one of these lines and test it out at every single point. So, you know, say a light is supposed to be on right here and a light isn't on, we have to come back to here and say, well, is it on here and here? Well, is it on here and here? Here and here. And we have to go back, and sometimes you have to go back to the very start and there's a problem at your very start. So that's why this compression is very important, because if there is a problem, you want as little material to check as possible.
Yeah, so when we do this, we always start with the hand drawing, which is what you see here. And then we go in and do it electronically on the computer with a program called Multisim. And you pretty much just get to use a bunch of little things that are in there, like the AND gates. And you get to test to see if your circuit will actually work before going in and building it on the breadboard. So the breadboards are just little boards that we use to go in and put all of our like ICs and everything that hold all of the gates, and then we wire it up and actually get to physically build it and test it. And that's what we do with the troubleshooting on, is the breadboards. And it's really fun to do because you actually get to see something work from what you built and come up with.
It's a good class for 3 geeks like us. That wraps up about our whole presentation. Are there any other questions about what we do, any classes that we take?
Are you all seniors?
Junior.
I'm a senior.
Okay.
And what are you all planning to do when you graduate from high school?
I will most likely be going to Bozeman and further going into engineering, probably mechanical, which is what I've liked throughout my whole years of engineering here at the Career Center. And the Career Center has been really good because I get to learn not just one type, but I've learned all the types of engineering. So that's why it's so good to do the engineering here at the Career Center, is because I can learn about the different types that I want to go into, which has helped me decide that I want to go into mechanical.
I'm probably thinking about Bozeman. I'm starting to look into some other schools. I still got another year to decide. And then next year I'm taking Principles of Engineering, which will help me explore a few other fields. But right now I'm kind of looking more into mechanical and robotics, obviously, since I'm in the club. But I've really enjoyed exploring digital because I knew nothing about digital. And it was kind of weird working on a robot that's got electronics on it when I know nothing about it. So this class is really helping me understand what's actually happening with that. So.
Well, I'm planning, like, I've been looking at MIT or just right here in Bozeman, and I've been looking into doing computer engineering and computer science, where, like, in that unit that we did in POE, like, you find out a lot of things, like how MIT has a lot more electives than you would here in Bozeman, so you could get a lot more special stuff, but at the same time, it's like not as broadly based, so you don't have that round knowledge. So I've just been kind of looking at a college in between and still looking.
This is very impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.